What's good, everybody? What is good? I'm coming to you live from a different location, and we're gonna try to keep the show short. I was contemplating not coming on today, but hey, I can't do y'all like that. And we gonna, like I said, we're gonna keep it short and we're gonna keep it sweet. We have some new topics we're gonna touch on today, and let me just first say, hey, shout out to Pastor Natalie Piggies and Mr. Gerard Mitchell for making this possible. Uh, Without them, hey, you wouldn't be seeing me today. Um, I'm a little bit relaxed today. Travel day for me. Currently going out of town to do some music business, and that's always fun. So yeah, I look relaxed today. Got my matching hat on and outfit. But we're gonna keep it moving. Kind of want to start off with a prayer as always, and so we're gonna go into prayer right now. Father God, we tell you thank you for the opportunity that you have given us. Thank you for early morning risings. Thank you for everything that you have done. And Lord, as we get ready to get into our show today, we pray that something will be said to be informative and to be helpful to somebody that may be looking for answers. Just want to just tune in and enjoy the show. We pray that you cover them, supply their needs, and ask God that you help me with words and help me to be careful as what I say, guide my tongue, and we will we will be glad to give your name the praises and honor. Amen. All right, let's get right into it. Again, I want to come and say thank you to all of my potential sponsors. Thank you for those that have supported me from day one. Hey, can't do nothing but um, say how much I appreciate you. So what we're gonna do, since we're gonna keep it short, we're gonna jump right into sports. Yeah, we're gonna jump right into sports. Oh man. So there's been a lot of talk about. We're gonna talk about coaches being fired, and I know that's kind of like a touchy subject, and I kind of touched on it last week, but again, I didn't get a chance to elaborate on it, and so this week I kind of want to. Since that time, there's been more coaches being fired, even from the NBA and football, NFL football. So I'd like to start with the recent firing. I can't think of the coach's name, so I got my notes and stuff here, and I got my other little phone here, so I can kind of guide myself through like the subjects that I'm talking on. uh, so yeah, I'm sitting here trying to get my thoughts together, and while I'm looking up this recent coach. Uh, Hope all is well with you guys. I'm just sitting here trying to think of the guy's name, and I'm really not a Denver Nuggets fan. But as I get ready to, okay, so the recent firing of Mr. Michael Malone, um, that's um, that's an alarming situation for me because we had an instant where for you that watch basketball, NBA basketball, I guess about maybe a year or so ago, 2024, the Milwaukee Bucks fired a coach, a black coach, for whatever reasons I don't know. He seemed to be doing fine. The team was well above 500. They was doing good, getting ready to go into the playoffs, and they got ready to. They were really doing good. I think they were about the number four seed and the second seed in the West in the Eastern Conference Finals. I mean Eastern Conference, Eastern Conference, the NBA East, and so they were doing extremely well. And then one day they just up and fired the man because he was doing good. I really don't understand that. And when ESPN and all of the sports platforms reached out to him, they asked the question, "Why did you fire this guy?" They could not give an answer as to why they fired him, and that only raises questions as to why teams fire coaches, and it's because sometimes these players don't like the coach, they have a problem with him, or something is going on in the locker room. And my question to the general public: is it because the teams or don't really respect the coaches, or because they're getting a check and have agents they listen to? Is it because they don't have values and morals anymore? What is it? Even though the team that you play for and the team that's giving you a check, that does not excuse you for not listening to the coach, because guess what? The coach knows more than the players. And see, I look at it as if, hey, the coach has played the sport before, and so when he draws up plays and things of that sort, hey, don't act as if you don't want to listen to him, or just pay him no mind, because guess what? That's just a sign of disrespect. You ought to be able to work with your peers and your employers and the ones that's paying you. You have a talent, and you showcase it to the world, because hey, God is giving you that talent. Hey, showcase it to the world and do what you're supposed to do. Make a living, go home to your family, come to practice, and do all of the things that you're asked to do, because their coach knows the game better than you do, even though you are in a uniform. But that does not negate the fact that you don't listen to your coach and things of that sort. So Mike Malone has been fired from the Denver Broncos, and like I said, that doesn't really sit well with me, because if it's a management issue, then you all take it up with the management team or what have you. So, and I believe it's just because teams don't like a coach, a certain player don't like a coach. Hey, I want to get him fired because I don't like what he's saying to me. So that's pretty much how the younger generation is now. A bunch of spoiled brats don't want to listen. Um, Another coach in the NFL, like I said, Gerard Mayo was fired from the New England Patriots because they only gave him one season, and because the team really played bad and he really didn't know how to draft players. And that's that's around the league. That's around sports world as we know it. But hey, that again, that's the nature of sports now. If a team doesn't like a certain coach, an attitude, they get rid of him, whether he's doing bad or whether he's doing good. But that's enough about that. I just kind of want to touch on that. We understand Mike McCarthy from the Dallas Cowboys. That's a whole different subject. And some other coaches that were fired are now hired on new teams. So switching over, we're going to talk about Mr. Deion Sanders, Mr. Prime Time himself, the great Prime. For those of you that are in my generation, that grew up watching football, we know that Prime Time played baseball. I can't remember the team he played for, but I think he played for the Yankees or somebody. Don't quote me on that. But Prime Time played football, and he was playing for no, I'll tell you what, he was playing for the Atlanta Braves, playing baseball. And he was also playing for the Atlanta Falcons. That's where he started his career. I think it was Cowboys. No, I think it was Cowboys first, and then Atlanta Falcons, and so forth and so on. But at any rate, Deion Sanders has done what other defensive backs. He has set records. He has broken records. He has done so many great things in the community, things of that sort. He has been on TV. He's been on TBN have given encouraging words, not acknowledged words, but encouraging words. He has done so much in our culture. Until now, it's a problem because he's a black man. He's a musician, and the media doesn't really like what he's saying. because due to rules and regulations of the FCC, I can't really say what's going on. I can't really, really give my thought. But y'all know where I'm going with this. But Deion Sanders has changed the culture of college football. Now, whether they want to accept it or not, but Deion Sanders has changed the landscape of college football. All right, let's start with Jackson State University. Deion Sanders was there for 2 years, and he brought in his coaching staff. He brought in old football football players that he used to play against and he used to play with. So he brought in um, Terrell Owens. He brought in so many people on his coaching staff to help coach up the young men. And what he did for Jackson State, he really turned this their football program around down there. And so when he got ready to leave, he can set it up for somebody else to walk into so they won't work as hard. So he got them new uniforms and he got sponsors. He got a lot of things that could help the young men and show them, hey, you can be a young man and play football and be respectful to your elders. And so he set boundaries and he set rules. And so guess what? One day his son was late for a team meeting. Guess what? His son did not play in the Celebration Bowl. Just because, hey, your son is playing on the team, that doesn't give you the right to show him privilege and let him play. He showed him, hey, I'm daddy, but I'm coach as well. So, hey, you late to my meeting. Guess what? You can't play. You can come to the game. You can enjoy it. Don't even dress out. Don't even worry about it. But he had to set a standard. And so when Deion got offered the job at Colorado, it was a lot of us. Why did Deion leave Jackson State? Well, because I don't really know the facts about why he left, but it may have been some contract negotiations. It may have been some money situation. We don't know. All we know is that God placed him He placed him in a different location. And a lot of times when we get ready to go to different locations, hey, people gonna have a problem with it. So, hey, even with me, if it's time for me to go to another location, of course people are gonna have a problem with it because it's their nature to have that kind of, I wouldn't say hatred. Hey, why are you even moving? Didn't nobody tell you, but no, God told me to. And God put him in a position to where he can succeed and start a program and things of that sort. Now, let me just tell you, in that particular division of college football, I believe it's Big 12 or something to that effect, there are nothing but other colored coaches in that Big 12. And that's out west. That's Colorado and Nebraska and all those places, Colorado State and Utah, and teams that he has to face out in that division, out west. So of course, there were a lot of coaches that's other of the other color uh, was trying to make it hard on Coach Prime and saying you don't belong here. Your son is not as good of a quarterback, and your son can't play defensive back, and all this other good stuff. Until Deion just had to get him right. He got him right in the media session. He got him, and it was talking crazy to him, and he just had to tell him, "Hey, listen, I'm Deion Sanders, whether you like it or not. I'm going to do what I want to do. Colorado has given me the green light to turn this program around. And now, guess what? His team last season went to the Big 12 conference. I don't think they won, but they got there and they got in the college playoffs. Now his sons, Shador and Shallow, and Jimmy, what's his name? Jimmy Horn and Travis Hunter, they are all getting ready to go to the NFL draft. So, which brings me to my next subject, the NFL draft, which is coming up. Uh, I want to say in this month. I want to say, um, y'all forgive me. Somebody was trying to interrupt. They don't even know if I'm on the show or not. But anyway, the NFL draft is coming up, and quite naturally, we saw what happened in the last draft. Quarterbacks and Caleb Williams went number one from the Chicago. Well, he went number one from USC Trojans to the Chicago Bears. But anyway, the NFL draft is coming up, and they're projecting that either Shedeur Sanders or Cam Ward from Miami Hurricanes, either him or Shedeur is going to go first, and I'm not really sure of who the other quarterbacks are. But I know Shedeur Sanders went from coming off the board at number one to all the way to number 9. So it's a lot of, I wouldn't say controversy as to why he fell down to number 9. We don't know. Maybe because teams are looking at him and say, hey, we really need somebody here to be our number one quarterback. And so we're just going to let him go down to number 9. And pretty much, and I'm just going to tell y'all, and I learned this a year ago, teams already know which quarterback they're going to take, which running back they're going to take, and which wide receiver or offensive lineman or defensive lineman or whatever. So they already know in their mind who they're going to pick. So, we just got to wait and to know, listen, okay, this is why, okay, we need to be careful. We can't really tell the public which team the Shedeur is going to. So the sports shows like ESPN and all of these other sports shows out here, they kind of know where the teams are going. They can just speculate. And I'll tell you this, speculation pretty much tells you what team they're going to, but they really don't give it out until it's time to draft weekend or what have you. And so I'm really into drafts, and I know the trades and things that so trades have to happen before the drafts. Teams that are players that are already that are floating around teams, they're trying to get, trying to put the puzzle together, if you will, trying to fit the pieces together. And the one common goal in fitting pieces together is to try to win a Super Bowl. Every team in the league are trying to put the missing pieces together. Hey, go get a player over here, go get a player over there that can fit the team and what we need them for and how to maneuver to a Super Bowl. That's pretty much that's the common goal for football. There's no other reason why you play football. You can say I enjoy the game, I like the fans, but in the back of your mind, you want to hoist up that Lombardi trophy. That's the main goal as to why people want to draft players that can make their team good. So that's with uh, pretty much in college rankings. We don't know yet because I don't know where Alabama is. I don't know it. I hadn't really looked at it where college rankings is. So that's pretty much it on sports. Like I said, I was just going to try to make everything short today. Um, all right, let's go right into entertainment. Entertainment is our next subject, and we're gonna start with let's see. I want to say we're gonna start with one of my favorite things to do. And if y'all know me, I'm a quartet baby to the heart. I grew up in quartet singing and started in an early age. So we're gonna start with quartet singing. Yeah, quartet singing. So to give y'all a little history about quartet. Quartet started in the early. Oh God, let me see. I don't really know. Speculation 40s and 50s, if that. You had the Pilgrim Jubilees, you had the Fairfield Four, you had God, so many groups that started out in the early 40s and 50s. But some of the pioneers I remember in my time are let's see, the Jackson Southerners, uh, Willie Banks and the Messengers. I'm trying to name some older groups that come to mind because I'm just trying to rush through it a little bit. Uh, the Jackson Southerners, the the Pilgrim Jubilees, some of those other groups that I know, Lee Williams and the Spiritual QCs, uh, the Canton Spirituals, Doc McKenzie and the Highlights. These are the groups that I grew up listening to, and even eventually later on in life, I got a chance to see. And even some of the groups around here, the Gospel for well, George Dean in the Gospel 4, even my good friends, the Salem Harmonizers from Olive Branch, Mississippi. Some of the groups that I know, even some groups around the Great Midwest, such as the Pilgrim Wonders, uh, the Lumsey Sisters. I mean, just a number of groups that I've had the opportunity to even know and still know some of them. Joe Lagun and the Mighty Clouds of Joy, Mr. Spencer Taylor and Howie QCs, just to name a few. Even some of my own heroes from back home, the Gospel Travelers. I had to mention my own home team, y'all. I had to mention them. I'm losing my notes. I don't know. My notes are flying everywhere, but hey, I'm gonna keep it going. I kind of know what I'm gonna talk about next. Right. So my notes are on the floor. That's why I'm looking down. Um, but just some of the names, in quartet, and sometimes we, as quartet singers now, we really don't know the value of quartet unless you just really been in it and you have a dedication for it and you have a love for what you do, because anything that you do musically, whether it's quartet, R&B, blues, southern soul, chitlin circuit, whatever you're trying to do in it, if you just want to do it on cruise ships or whatever, you just doing cover band stuff, just playing some just uh, hill country kind of stuff, whatever it is, all of that is based off of quartet country, and every genre that you hear is based off of quartet music. Believe it or not, everything has a bit of quartet in it. So I'm just kind of giving y'all the history about it. And so I've been in it for some time. Oh God, I started when I was about 15. I played the drums and eventually came over to the keyboard because hey, it was interesting, and that's where I am now. So that's what got me to where I am, and the guys that I'm currently playing for afforded me that opportunity to travel with them. And hey, listen, it's been a great experience. I met so many people. I've even had opportunity to meet some people from the Gospel Songwriters Conference, work with them, and I've even um, met some people that I just didn't, sometimes we go places and we don't really know people. That's why it's always important to uh, broaden your horizons, and wherever God sends you, you got to be able to, first of all, be a people person. Secondly, don't be stuck up, act as if nobody can reach you. So that's one of the things that I love about quartet, because the people can reach you. I don't know about any other industry, but the people can reach you. Hey, I'm really going through this, and I'm going through. Hey, can you pray for me? Hey, listen, I want to take a picture with you, or whatever it is. You got to be open to meet the people where they are. I take for instance Lisa Knowles and the Brown Singers. Lisa Knowles is like a sister to me, and I know we all started out around the same age, and she started with her mom and her grandmother and some of her aunties, and now God has blessed her to be on a much higher platform. God is opening doors for her family, and things are happening. She has not forgotten Lisa Knowles and the Brown Singers. I don't care what she does. I don't care where she goes. She's always going to acknowledge, hey, this is where I started, and this is I'm running. Hey, this is Lisa Knowles and the Brown Singers, right out of Memphis, Tennessee. I mean, it's all kind of platforms have been everywhere. I mean, she's been everywhere, and we've always, we sometimes we be on the same show, and sometimes we don't. It just depends on how the bookings are. But I'm just saying that it's a blessing to be able to do things and go places in the world of quartet. And so, hey, getting out of quartet, going right into uh, the gospel action figures. Now, y'all gonna laugh when I tell you this, man. It's been a lot of, like I said, the church world was on fire about Marvin Sapp, Bishop Marvin Sapp, saying what he said, and I won't go into what he said. So there's been an well, I said AI generated uh, gospel action figure made of this guy, man. I'm like, what in the world? And so they had a Capital One action figure made of this guy, and somebody made they had some cash, and they had some uh, what a phone and something other little toys that was sitting. I said somebody did this, and so they have ways that you can make your own self um, an action figure, and action figures have been around a long time. It's just now coming around again to where people are playing with them and things of this sort. And so, hey, it's all out of fun, but people are gonna be people. If I can say that, the least, people are gonna be people, and hey, that's about it with that. And so, I kind of want to touch on gospel comedians. Um, I'm just trying to gather stuff, y'all. Small fire. I'm trying to think of some gospel comedians. Oh, Kept on Stage. Yes. Kept on Stage. Yes, 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 yes. He is funny. And so, let's mention Kevin on Stage for a minute. I don't really have a picture for him, but uh, I'm trying to get some things together. Y'all bear with me. Please bear with me, y'all. Okay, yeah, we got his name is Michael Jr. Michael Jr. is a well, Kevin on Stage. He does a lot of reenactment, and him and his friends did a reenactment of preachers, how preachers act, irate preachers. One instance, one of his friends did a preacher about. He was like how preachers be angry coming into the pulpit, and one day it came off as him being irritant with everything. He just said, "You going to hell? You going to hell?" Quick on, he was just upset, and then he came in with the emotional preacher and things of that sort. And really, and honestly, if I can be real for a minute with the gospel comedians, a lot of that goes on in churches, and you really don't know uh the magnitude of issues. Okay, I just got some help, y'all. Marcus D. Wiley. We're gonna come back to Marcus D. Wiley. Um, with that, he just you going to hell, everybody going to hell, and it's just like the instrument, the instrumentalist, drummer, and everything was irritating him, and no, he was just going off on everybody. But really, and honestly, a lot of people go through that and don't really know. Just snap off at your church members for what? But he did it in a comical sense. But really, that's what really goes on in the churches. And I'm kind of going into some other subject, but I'm gonna stay right here on gospel comedians. And Marcus D. Wiley is another one. That guy is funny. When I tell you he's funny, that guy is something serious. I saw a video and he was talking about Ursha's. Oh, I was crying so bad, Lord Jesus, Marcus Wiley. And so, we have to just pay attention to gospel comedians and things of that sort, man. Kev on Stage, Marcus D. Wiley, all of those guys, Michael Jr. Um, is funny. And really, when they talk about things that happen in the church, it really happened to them because all of them may be my age or maybe a little older. So I can understand where they're coming from. They can talk about it now, but coming up in those times, wherever their location is, we all kind of they had to have some kind of Southern Baptist church experience, Southern Black Baptist churches, if you will. They have to have some kind of experience to talk about this stuff and just remember it and make it material and make money off of it. That's the thing of it. Just make money off of what you do. You know, but if y'all want to check out Marcus D. Wiley, you can go to check him out on YouTube, and some other black gospel comedians. What Kev on Stage is one, Marcus D. Wiley and Michael Jr. And I can't really think of the other young men that are on it. But go check out some gospel comedians. It'll make you laugh, man. I mean, it really, really will. So moving to my next subject and last topic of the day, we're gonna get into some real talking and we're gonna end the show. Um, I don't want to start with the subject, but I kind of want to talk about it. We're going to talk about Mr. Trump. I know that's a bit of a touchy subject, so we're kind of gonna screen what we say because we don't want to get shadow banned. We don't want to get in trouble. But I plead the blood of Jesus over this show, and I plead the blood of Jesus over my producers. So right now, there's some stuff going on with Mr. Trump that have gotten a lot of people all up in arms about, starting with the tariffs. If y'all know anything about tariffs, man, that drives the economy up and down, and it sometimes will drive it high enough to where people can't afford food and all these things that are going on in the world, which the Bible has already told us, which is going to happen anyway. But sometimes people just be oblivious to what they don't want to pay attention to what's going on. But some people like what he's doing, some people don't like what he's doing. But Trump is um, he doing stuff. He's cut the Department of Education. He's firing folks and things. He's allowing people to come into his office and do stuff, and it just being like a spoiled baby. He kicks and screams as nothing if nothing don't go his way. He will kick and scream until he just throws a temper tantrum. If y'all had any little cousins coming up, you already know if things don't go the way he think it should go, or he or she thinks it should go, he or she gonna throw a temper tantrum, throw stuff until he just pouts and poke his lips out. And I think that's what's going on here. He's acting like a little kid and don't know how to handle himself. I mean, because he's nothing but a dictator. He's nothing but a troublemaker, and a lot of these countries don't want to have nothing to do with him. That's just my opinion. I could be right, I could be wrong. Those are just my opinions on how you feel about Donald J. Trump. I mean, countries now won't even allow him to come visit. Just saying. Countries won't even allow. Everybody has stopped him from coming to where he's not allowed in any country. Don't even want him over there because they already know the kind of person he is and how he's going to start some stuff, and then it's going to be a war inside it because of how you feel about me and how I feel about you, and so a lot of things cooking up that don't really sound good, and so people are mad because he cut government funding. So it's a lot of things that he has cut and things of the sort, and he feels as though it's not a need for. But hey, only thing that we can do is pray that God takes control, and He is in control. So why are we worried about one man, and why are we worried about what's going on in the world? Which leads me to my next topic. All right, so have y'all noticed a change in the weather? I'm asking y'all. Y'all can tune in. Have y'all noticed a change in the weather and how things are speeding up and axis is speeding up and things of that sort? Have y'all noticed the global warming situation? Now, I could be some type of conspiracy theorist or whatever, but I'm not going to go there because those are just my opinions. But from a scientific outlook, and we're gonna go biblical in a minute. From a scientific outlook, you would like to think, or you would think that the people that are over the weather, things of that sort, they are tampering with stuff that God has control on. They're trying to make an artificial sun. They're trying to make anything that really puts you in the mind of okay, we are in control now. God don't control nothing because hey, this is our world, and He didn't. No. When you notice, when God allows 6 to 7 EF3, maybe 6 EF3 tornadoes happen at one time, then you have to ask the question: okay, are they controlling this thing, or Is God allowing these things? Now, God will allow these things to happen. Natural disasters, floods, all at one time. So the Bible did tell us there'll be floods, fires, all these things will happen at one time. So we see these things and we don't really understand what the thing. And I'm getting chills talking about this because I'm getting happy right now because God, He good to me, y'all. And so if I get happy, don't worry about it. God, it ain't nobody but God taking control of this conversation. So I feel oh, mm, Lord have mercy. Ooh. I done messed around and got happy because when I get to talking about God and what He doing, man, I get happy, y'all. I'm sorry. This gonna go worldwide, so y'all gonna see me get happy today. Uh, and I'm not apologizing for that. But when people don't realize and recognize the power of God, they have a tendency to think, well, they're doing it. But sometimes you gotta just look at it from both sides. From the outside, it looks as if somebody's controlling the weather. From the inside, okay, God allows these things to happen. So He did tell us in the last days these things will happen. This is just the beginning of sorrow. So I mean, just think what's going to happen a year or so, maybe two down the road, versus now. So, uh, yeah, we have to look at all things. Just my only advice to you: just read the word for yourself and know that hey, this is happening, that's happening. Uh, hey, learn how to protect yourselves and learn how to plant your own gardens and learn how to live off the grid. And I could go more. I can go in all in detail about that, but just learn things. Just learn to depend on the power of God. Learn how to survive and learn how to get back to some of the things that we used to do back in the day to survive. Um, just learn those things. Learn defense courses. Learn how to protect your family. Learn how to get batteries stored up. It's just some of the things that I'm just trying to give you in order for just in case something happens. I always want to keep those things in store. Just in case something happens. Because hey, like my parents would say, just in case, take you some extra, because if it's an accident, hey, listen, I'm just being real, man. Weather changes. I mean, normally it would be scorching hot right now. Normally, but now some we have these up and down temperatures. I would say, from a holistically standpoint, hey, get you some ginger, get you some natural things that's going to keep your body well. You can do research, man. For those that live in Memphis, Tennessee, they got a store called Dr. Champion's Drugstore. I mean, if you got for turmeric and all of these healthy um, minerals that'll help your body do that, there are things online that you can buy. If you know somebody that's into it, hey, that's into holistics, that will help your body heal. You can heal from something that within days, sometime a month, within days, you can be healed from whatever you need to be healed from because biblically it's in the word. It says the trees were good for the healing of the nation. That means every burdock root, beetroot, um, I'm just trying to think some stuff off the top of my head. Turmeric, ginger, lemonade with lemons. All of those things will help heal you naturally. You just got to mix it together and come up with the right uh, mix in order to. It's really a tonic because it heals all of the gut health. I'll give you an example. I had a real bad sinus cold, and we're gonna move on to our couple of subject before we end today. Um, I had a sinus issue, and so my cousin told me what to take and how to make it or whatever. I boiled some hot water, did turmeric, I did cayenne pepper. Cayenne pepper helps restricts those blood vessels in your veins, so you won't have no blood circulation issues. So that's what cayenne pepper does. It helps with weight loss. It helps with sinus infection. It helps with a lot of benefits. Cayenne helps restricts those bloods, not restricts, releases the blood vessels to run through your body so you don't have no kind of like circulation issues or whatever. It helps you keep the blood flow in your body. Turmeric helps with all around health. Lemon juice helps knock the weight off of you. Uh, honey just helps with like keep the phlegm out of your mouth. I mean, out of your throat and all this other stuff. So it really has more than one health benefit. So all of that was cleared in 2 days. Had to give us time to work, but guess what? I have not had any issues. I've lost weight. And still losing. I had some breathing issues and didn't know that. But because respiratory, it helps with your respiratory. All of the honey helps with respiratory areas. It not only gives you one benefit, it gives you several benefits. And then just one dose. Haven't been. I only sneezed a couple of times because of dust, but other than that, I hadn't really been really sick, like no sinus issues. And so that's part of the healing process. In the Bible, all you gotta do is go read it. And hey, you just have to do those things. Uh, like I said, we're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna go right into our next two subjects. We're gonna kind of talk about mental health and communication. It's been a lot of things going on in the world, especially with job loss and um, a lot of government funding has been cut publicly around this. Not really sure, and looks like it's targeting the black community, and it really makes me mad. And that weighs heavily on black families. It weighs heavily on, just like I said, black families. It weighs heavily on the black man, the black woman, the children. It looks like they're just attacking the poverty areas, if you will. And so it weighs on your mind. Okay, how am I gonna make this happen? How am I gonna put food on the table? How am I gonna put gas in the car? So that has a lot to do with your mental health. And if you don't go see a therapist or whatever, please make sure you go talk to somebody. We have it's a lot going on mentally with folks. You don't know what's going on with people until you just really talk to them. You can ask them questions like, "Are you okay mentally?" So if your mental state is not where it is, let me just tell you that affects your body, that affects your blood pressure, now whatever, because your mind controls everything. Your brain controls everything. Your mind is a very powerful thing. It's just how you got to control your thoughts. You got to control what you're thinking, how you react to stuff. Uh, Sometimes I get down. Sometimes I get angry, but guess what? I go and talk to somebody. Even my pastor preached a sermon this past Sunday. He said, "You can be saved, you can be look like everything going well, but you still can be crazy." And I did really just really hit home because sometimes we as musicians or we as church people, we have a lot of issues going on mentally, but we don't go and talk to nobody. We just bottle it all up as if there's nothing is wrong. We just gonna go and I'm gonna just do this and I'm gonna do that and we're gonna keep it moving and not talk to nobody. But then down the road, you something happened to you. You can snap off on your congregation because of something personally that's going on with you, and you don't go and talk to nobody. And my pastor made a statement. He said, "Yeah, hey, you can be saved, but you need to go lay on somebody's couch. Yeah, you need to go book a counseling session so it help with your mental state." I did a Facebook Live some months ago about men's mental health and what we men go through and what women go through as a race of people and what children go through. You got some children that's going through mental issues right now. They don't have but one parent in the home. They don't have some of them don't have no parents because hey, the parent passed on, they in jail or whatever the situation is, and they don't know how to reach their parents. And it's always you doing something bad, but hey, sit down and listen to your children because they're going through a lot more than what we ever went through as kids coming up in our time. So it's a lot that we need, but there's an answer to that. It's an answer. It's an answer to everything. If you seek the kingdom of heaven, if you seek God and go get some help, seek the Lord, get on the internet, find a phone number, Go seek help. Whatever you're dealing with, go and get on somebody's couch, like my pastor say. It was comical, but he was for real. Go and get that would help your mental. Just release all of that stuff. There's no need to hold back. Hey, years of bitterness, you being upset, and all this other good stuff. Go and get some help. So that's pretty much all I have on mental health. We'll touch on it on some other time, but I just want to kind of just get that out there. And so, which leads me to my last subject on Real Talk, communication. Got to get my water, man. Got to get my water. The importance of communication. It's not politically correct, but I always heard the term communication rules the nation. It's not politically correct. Something we say is a cliche, not really in set in stone or written down in the books or what have you. The importance of communication depend on. It doesn't matter what you're going through. It doesn't matter. Listen, I'm going through something. Communication. If you communicate with your people, your family, things will run smoothly. Sometimes communication can sometimes lead to disagreements. If you have a disagreement with somebody, hey, be grown enough to say, hey, listen, dude, let's come to the middle of the road, or come to a common denominator to figure it out. How we going to approach this, approach that, and let me just tell y'all, communication goes a long way. Whether you communicating by text message, email, phone calls, or if you just going to a person and say, "Hey, this is what I need you to do. This is what I have." Communication rules the nation. I don't care how you look at it, but I always talk to somebody. Always communicate. We have a situation with these airplanes, and we're gonna keep praying for the folks. It's been a failure to communicate. It's been a failure. We're not communicating with air traffic pilots and all these things. But keep those people in prayer because there's a lot going on, and we just got to keep them covered. But that's pretty much on the importance of communication. Just learn communication skills. Uh, just get in front of a person. Hey, this is how I feel about you. Um, these are my misgivings with you, and I don't think you really, sometimes hard communication can be the worst because you just gotta have that one-on-one with them, or we like to call in the community that come to Jesus uh, communication. We call it come to Jesus meeting. I know some of y'all don't really know about that, but sometimes you gotta have that come to Jesus meeting. It may be some harsh things said, but it's no pun intended. No pun intended is uh, I don't really mean any harm by what I'm about to say, but you need to sometimes that hard communication in order to get to that person. Hey, listen, you messing up, or hey, you need to tighten it up. I don't want to use that word, but hey, you just need to tighten things up a little bit. It means just work a little harder, and sometimes those hard communications uh, can help alleviate some of the things that are going on within a company or going on within a school or a band or just life itself. Work, I like to work related communication. Sometimes we all don't agree, but that's that on that. And so that's those are my thoughts of uh, communication, importance of communication. So, like I said, y'all, I'm gonna cut the short. I'm gonna cut it short today. You can reach me if you would like to be a sponsor. There's email on the screen there. That's silverfoxtransport23@hotmail.com. If you would like to be a sponsor, if you would like to donate to us directly, we'll get some information up there on the screen next time around. But for those that would like to support us with our show and would like to be a blessing to us, you can reach us at that email, and we will get to you uh, promptly. And if we don't get to you promptly, we will get to you, respond at a decent time. because I just believe in allowing people to come in and be a blessing to you instead of just being a force. For those that are Cash App users, or uh, if you want to pay us or not pay us, if you want to bless us with donations or whatever, these donations are going strictly to our show. And like I said on the last show, these donations will not be used for any other purpose, but then the purpose of our show. And so, that way we can stay on, if you will, because, we have to, you know, bless our people, and they want to know they need information. So, and like I said, if you want to be a sponsor to us, you can go to the email address right there, and hey, we'll be glad you did. And just for those that are using Apple Pay, what have you, you can text us at 662-856-2288, and or you can email us and leave us your information, and you can tell us how you want to sponsor us, and we will be glad that you did. So I hope I said something that was encouraging to you all. Hope I said something that wasn't offensive. Because y'all, look, I got to get my water. I'm thirsty. I need some water. Y'all need some water. Y'all can laugh. Yeah, I had to get my water. I'm sorry. But thank y'all for coming on to the show today. It really meant a lot for you. For those of you that are YouTube users, you can go on YouTube and look up under DLM Media Network or Media Production. But once the show posts, I will share it with those that are interested, that are watching our show today. And like I said, if I made a mistake, I'm sorry, but don't charge it to my head nor to my heart. You can find us on Roku TV. In your app search, you can go to, you can watch us on Roku, Apple TV, Fire, Cross.com, or Cross TV. Or you can go to our website, www.dlmmedianetwork.com, and that way you can find us there on the website. Like I said, Roku, Apple TV, Cross TV, and Fire TV. For those that would like to get on the streaming apps, you can go to your app store on Roku, search in DLM Media Network, and then you will find us on Shout Out to Jesus TV. Fire, I have not discovered it myself, but there's a tick across the screen. For those that are interested in watching us, I was just kind of giving you a little short snapshot of what we do. Shout out to Jesus, and that's how you can find us on the TV. But listen, my time has ended, and I pray that I said something to help you all. And remember, hey, laugh, live, and love. Till next time, this is Conversations with D. Jones, and you guessed it, I'm your host, Derek D. Jones. Y'all have a blessed and wonderful Friday evening. Pray for us as we travel down the highway to go sing praises unto the Most High God. Love you all. Until next time, I'll see y'all next Friday. Same time, same place. Y'all be good. Y'all be cool. Peace out.
Hi, this is your country boy, Ricky Paul. Just to let you know, I have started my new country community so that my friends, fans, and family can learn about and communicate with their favorite country boy, Ricky Paul. I am introducing a new style of music called soulful country gospel music. I have created a new website for your viewing and listening pleasure, a one-stop shop. You can hang out with your favorite country boy for hours. Read my bio, check out my gallery, and lots more. Watch videos, listen to music, and browse my country boy apparel collection. You can leave a comment about what you have experienced and what you would like to experience with your favorite country boy. I urge you to join the soulful country gospel music movement so that you will be notified of new music and videos as well as upcoming events in your area. That's soulful country gospel music by Ricky Paul, the country boy. For booking info, go to rickypaulpuckett.com. Come on over, join us. Join the praise and worship with us here at rickypaulpuckett.com. I know you'll be glad you did. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you soon.